All right, welcome back, everybody. We have a review of Masters of the Universe. Like, I have not really done an actual official review of Masters of the Universe yet. You know, I like to take my toy pictures and everything, but I've never actually done an official review. But I'm buying them, getting them. I'm already reviewing mini mates. I may as well review these and just not just do mini mate reviews or just toy photography with Masters of the Universe. So yeah, first up we have Cobra Khan, which is getting him is a pretty big deal. He's one of the Snake Men. He was kind of the original Snake Man that we had as kids. The head was like a spring action, like a soap pump, where you'd fill up his chest with water and you'd push down on his head and you'd squirt water. It was kind of a fun little action deal, but it's not like he ever used it that much. But it was still kind of neat. My brother actually had this figure. I did not, but it's not like I didn't play with his figures or anything. So anyways, yeah, looking at this packaging, does have the 4 figures that this wave comes with. Rattler, which I bought, and then there's a Snake Armor He-Man on there, and then the 4th figure is actually from Sunman, and that character is called Boltman. Again, I know nothing about them. I'm not motivated to buy them. I didn't even know Sunman existed until Master of the Universe Origins absorbed them, and they're really cool character designs. I do like them, but for the most part, I'm just not a fan of them. Like, I've said it before in other videos, I love the aesthetics of the Masters of the Universe figures. There's and the thing that really gets me about it is there's about 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 characters out of all of them that actually look human. Like, if you really think about the Evil Warriors, it's basically just Evil Lyn, and then on the Master side of things we have He-Man and Tila and Man at Arms and maybe King Randor and the Sorceress, but for the most part they're all very unique characters. Even the Snake Men, when you look at the Snake Men, even they're very unique for being nothing but Snake Men. So I just can't get into the bowl. I mean, I got Pighead, and I got him because he's just a really cool looking figure. He's just such a great character design. I wish more of the Sunman figures were like him, but they're not. And I will go back and get the Sunman figures, probably on clearance or for 40% off or something. I'll get them eventually. I don't want to pay full price for them, especially with the frequency that Origins comes out, because they come out constantly. Like, these guys, like there's just a steady roll of Origins figures coming into my home, which is just nuts how quick they're coming out, which I kind of actually like that they're coming out quick, and then like 2 years from now they'll pretty much make everything they possibly can, and then we'll never, then they'll all be done, and then who knows what they'll do. But yeah, again, Snake Man, first Snake Man that we get, and he's very welcome. One thing I did want to point out to you guys is look at the plastic, look at the shell, what do you call it, the clam shell, whatever, I can't remember what you call the mold or the plastic that they come in. It says Snake Men on them, for the Snake Men, and then the plastic itself actually has scales on it, which is pretty rad. I really like the fact that they made that plastic mold so individual. It looks really neat. I really like that. So definitely a plus. Definitely, if I was an MOC collector, I would probably care more, but of course, I open everything, so it's not that big of a deal. It's going to go in the trash either way by the time I'm done. But yeah, it's a nice touch. It looks really good on the shelf. Will look pretty good hanging on people's walls. But anyways, let's take him out of the package. Yeah, so there he is. He's a nice looking figure. They gave us a really cool effect with him, like an acid effect. I definitely think out of whatever picture I come up with him, that we will definitely be utilizing that spitting effect. And I could see myself, I think what's going to happen with that effect too, is I think I have a Green Lantern mini-mate picture coming up that will be using that as an effect, which should be pretty sweet. Back in the day, it's kind of weird. Back in the day, he would secrete like a sleeping mist, that would knock out his victims. And then as time went on, he ended up getting like an acid spit kind of deal. And like I said, I think that's what we're gonna do with him is we're gonna have him spitting acid on somebody. I don't know who yet, but somebody will definitely get it, whether it's a guard or whoever. I don't know. But yeah, it looks pretty good. As far as the comic goes, I did end up getting the European wordless version, which is this one here. It has Boltman on the front, and then unfortunately with the European version, it's wordless. There aren't any words in it, and I have gotten a couple of the European versions. They don't bother me too much. It would be nice to have words with it. Usually if somebody will post it on Facebook with the word bubbles and stuff so I can read it there. But I'm here for the figures, man. Like, I'm here for figures, and I'm here for toy photography, and I'm here to look at these things on my shelf. So it's not having the worded comic is not that big of a deal. But yeah, otherwise, the only other thing to say is, I'm glad. I know the arguments there. I'm one of the few, and I may actually do a video about this, but I'm not a big fan of the action features from the original line. Like, a lot of people will sit and talk about how they wish that they still had the action features from the original figures. Like this guy here, Cobra Khan, you would push down on his head and he would squirt water. All those gimmicks are fine, but honestly, I'm glad they're not there. I would rather have, for as little articulation as these figures have, I'd rather have that head articulation that will come with Cobra Khan versus not having it. Let's see who else, like Mechaneck, like you would twist his waist and his head would, telescope and then twist his waist and go back. Well, when I was a little kid and I played with these, what always bothered me is if I wanted to have Mechaneck with his head out, I would have to sit there and twist the waist. You couldn't pose like Thunder Punch He-Man's coming up. You couldn't pose him, with his waist twisted. And I just found out today it sounds like they will be doing that with him, but I'm not a fan of it. I want to be able to pose Thunder Punch He-Man with his waist locked. I do not like it. Who else is there? There's some other figures too, like Whiplash. You could never twist his waist. What were some of the other action features? That's only ones that were really bad. I think are the ones that you had to keep their waist twisted, and it just always bothered me that when I was playing with these guys that I had to do that. So, but otherwise, let's maybe do a couple pictures with these guys, huh? All right, so we have a shot with Cobra Khan or whatever, and he is surrounded by the royal guards. Not much to say about this one except for he's surrounded by the royal guards. They got their staffs out. They're capturing him, and then just giving a nice rocky terrain with grass on the ground, just to give it some kind of Eternia look, using that orange background just to give it, like I said, some otherworldly look. But yeah, it's definitely awesome. What a great figure. There's really not much to say about this one. Let's go on to another shot. All right, so we have our setup. We have Kobra Khan spraying, He-Man in the back. He's got his battle armor on, thankfully. He's already kind of scuffed up and bloody from, his Battlefield Warriors set. But, the Kobra Khans, got one over on him, spraying him in the back with his acid spray. And then Webster, just to fill out the background a little bit, Webster's back there. I actually tried to get Triclops in there because I finally got the normal Triclops. Ended up paying like $50, $58 for him, I think. But, you know, he's been so hard to get a hold of and hard to find that I just didn't really have much of a choice. So, but yeah, we got, and the reason why I picked Web Store to help fill out the back was on the cartoon, I think. Those two were kind of a team, you know, always getting into hijinks or whatever. They just kind of teaming up and stuff. For whatever reason. So if you're going to throw any figure back there, he'd be it. Yeah, just again, it's great to have our first Snake Man, one of the Snake Men. I got Rattler. I'll be doing a review of him next for MOTU for Masters Universe Origins, maybe tomorrow. But otherwise, yeah. And normally I would do 3 pictures, but this video has gone on long enough. And he definitely, the Snake Men are definitely coming back in the future. They're such a cool characters, you know, and we have King Hiss on the way too in a deluxe pack. I really can't wait to get a hold of him. He was my main Snake Man growing up and stuff. So and the deluxe figure for him looks great. So anyways, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video for my Instagram and Facebook page, My Other Toys. And we'll see you at the next video. Bye now.